Hi everyone, this is Mackie. Sorry about the sound quality in here, but I'm inside of a cave. I'm here to push the limits of the D850 sensor to see how far I can push this as far as the very, very dark walls of the inside of the cave, the very bright sunshine outside. Got a beautiful arch behind you that I'm going to do a several minute exposure, about a 1 minute exposure, 4 1 minute exposures to get an image out of this. Wow. Okay. We're going to have to work really quickly, but I'm going to see if I can pull up detail out of the shadows of the inside of the cave and still retain my highlights. Okay, so I'm going to have to get cracking here because the tide's coming in. So I want to get this shot, and then I'm going to move to a calmer cave to try a very similar situation. So let's get going. I'm in a relatively calmer cave now, but you can still hear the crashing waves behind me. I probably have about 15-20 minutes before the water level gets up to here. Now what I'm going to try to do here is see how far I can push the limits of my D850 sensor. Now in the old days, exposing from the inside of the cave where you've got really dark walls here like this, and then the outside bright, it would have been virtually impossible. I would have had to expose my transparency for the shadow side, and then one for the highlight side, get them processed, scanned, and then combine them in Photoshop. A lot of hassle. But now, with the beauty of a D850, all that's relatively simple. Or is it? Let's see if it can actually perform. Now, what I want to do here is, I have this great opening of the cave here, and it's creating the shadow on the beach. And it's framing the headland in the background. So I'm going to do a panoramic, a vertical panoramic stitch. So I'm going to pan right from this side, right to the other side. What I'm going to do is expose for the highlights, expose for the exterior of the cave. I'm just going to let this go black, and then see if I can pull this up in post later. Because I'm in a vertical orientation, I'm going to overlap by a half. So as I go, I'm just moving it, and I'm overlapping the frame by a half. Now, if I were in a horizontal orientation, I would do 1/3 of a frame. And I'd probably end up with maybe 4 to 5 images to stitch together. This one's probably going to be more like 7 to 10 images. Okay, just like I always do when I do stitch pans, I'm going to take a picture of my fingers first. Okay, do my series, and then fingers this way, so then everything in post between those two figures will be my series. Okay, I finished my series of shots, and from what I can see, it looks promising. So fingers crossed. I'm going to put the images at the end of this video, so be kind, guys. I have no idea how this is going to look. I'm really anxious to see how far I can push this D850 sensor. So let's go ahead and go see what we can do with it. So this is just a short video just to test the theory of how good this sensor is on the D850. Now, if there's anything else you'd like me to test on this camera, do let us know in the comments. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.